Hello children. There are many ways to keep our minds and body healthy. Yoga is one of them. What is yoga? It is a group of physical, mental and spiritual practices or disciplines which originated in ancient India. It includes breath control, simple meditation and adoption of specific bodily postures practiced for health and relaxation. Children in this lesson learn yoga from animals. We will see different yoga poses. Let's read and understand more about yoga. Learn yoga from animals. Since the year 2015, the world has been celebrating June 21st as International Yoga Day. As most of us will know, yoga is a culture of physical, mental and spiritual discipline perfected in ancient India. Yoga as an ancient Indian discipline is a composite practice involving the complete mind-body-soul complex that is a human being. Here, let us focus on yoga as an integrated system of physical exercises that help us to attain concentration, focus, and also improve flexibility, balance, and strength. Meanings: composite, made up of several parts or elements; integrated, combine one thing with another to form a whole; concentration, the action or power of focusing all one's attention; flexibility, the quality of bending easily without breaking; ancient, belonging to the very distant past and no longer in existence; contemporary, living or occurring at the same time. Let's continue reading our passage. From an ancient Indian discipline, let us move to a very contemporary area of research. Experts today are doing a wonderful job of drawing us into the world of biomimicry. In simple terms, bio means life and mimicry is to emulate. Basically, biomimicry is the science of solving human problems with solutions already present in the natural world. From this point of view, yoga is also a form of biomimicry, where in typical asanas or poses, we emulate mountains, trees, fish, cats, and so many more animals. This helps solve our problems brought on by day-to-day living, such as stiffness and back pain, and allows us to feel physically vibrant and mentally sharp. Emulate means imitate. Vibrant means full of energy and life. Children, June 21st from the year 2015 is celebrated as International Yoga Day. Yoga is a combination of physical, mental and spiritual discipline which started in ancient India. There are different elements or parts of yoga that helps mind, body and soul. It helps to attain concentration, focus, flexibility, balance and strength. Here in this passage, yoga is referred to as a form of biomimicry. What is biomimicry? It means the science of solving human problems with solutions present in the natural world. Why is yoga said to be a form of biomimicry? Because in yoga, we imitate, which means we copy different poses like mountains, trees, fish, cats, and many other animals. Yoga helps to solve day-to-day mental and physical problems. Before we proceed further, here are a few basic precautions regarding yoga practice. Precautions means safeguards. If you are a beginner, you should start practicing yoga either in the presence of a yoga teacher or join yoga class so that you learn the basics and the do's and don'ts of yoga. Asanas should be practiced in a clean, airy and well-lit room. The room should be level. It is advisable to use a yoga mat. If it is not possible to practice indoors, you may practice on level ground outdoors. The best time to practice is in the morning before breakfast or in the evening before dinner. Some of the poses described below must be learned from an instructor before you attempt to practice them on your own. So here, children, in this passage, they have given us some safeguards or things that we need to do to prevent something bad from happening while we are doing yoga. So what are these? The first one is that if it is your first time or if you have just started practicing yoga, you should take help of a teacher or you should join a yoga class. There are certain conditions when it comes to your surroundings that you need to take care of. Like the room should be clean, airy and well lit. The floor, whether it is outside or it is outdoors or inside the house, should be a level ground. The best time to practice yoga is in the morning before breakfast or in the evening before dinner. So you cannot practice yoga any time of the day. Let us look at a few well-known animal poses in yoga. Bhujangasana is a beginner's pose. Bhujanga in Sanskrit means a cobra. Bhujangasana is a pose that resembles the posture of a cobra with raised head. This asana helps you to tone the muscles of the back and strengthens your spine. It also benefits the chest and shoulders. Now this pose that we are going to see resembles a cobra with raised head, and it helps in firming the muscles of the back, it strengthens the spines and benefits chest and shoulders. The steps to be followed are: lie face down, relax all the muscles completely so that you're completely at ease. So your face should be towards the floor. Place your palms on the sides just below your shoulders. Breathe in deeply as you slowly raise your head. Then smoothly raise the upper part of your body. So slowly your body should rise, beginning from your head. Do not come up with a jerk. Let your movement be smooth and flowing. Come up slowly so that you feel the movement of the spine vertebra by vertebra. Curve the spine well. The navel must keep touching the ground. So when you have lifted your upper body, your navel or your belly button should still be touching the floor. Hold the breath in this position to a count of 20. Then come down slowly while you breathe out. To start with, you can repeat the process 6 times. Simhasana or lion pose is a favorite with young people. In this asana, you assume the sitting position and facial expression of a lion. Although there may be a number of steps, this pose really requires very little effort. So this pose resembles a lion, and the steps to be followed are: sit with your legs folded under you so that your toes are pointing straight behind you and you're sitting on your heels. Keep your spine straight but as relaxed as possible. So you're basically kneeling down and your spine is straight. Close your eyes and focus your attention on the center of the forehead. In yoga, this point is often referred to as the third eye. Closing your mouth, touch your palate, that is roof of your mouth, with your tongue. Take a deep breath through your nose while your tongue is still touching your palate. Exhale in one strong move while sticking out your tongue and opening your jaws as much as possible. Also, your arms should be thrown out and stretched with your fingers played. Roar at the top of your voice while exhaling. The roar should be with the ah sound and should not be long drawn out one. Rather, it should be one strong explosion of breath that empties your lungs in the shortest time possible, which means you should not drag the sound. Hold this pose for between 20 and 30 seconds. Do not inhale immediately after this pose. Inhale after a few seconds. Repeat 5 or 6 times. This asana posture gets its name from the way you stick your tongue out as far as possible and the way you hold your fingers splayed out, resembling a roaring lion. Meanings. Referred means mention. Palate, the roof of the mouth, separating the cavities of the mouth and nose in vertebrates. Exhaling, breathe out. Resembling, have a similar appearance to. Posture, the position in which you hold your body while sitting or standing. Assume, take. Murjari Asana is a very popular cat pose. This too is a simple asana for beginners that stretches the muscles of the abdomen and the back. Murjari Asana should be part of your morning yoga routine as it will gently stretch your muscles and get rid of any body aches. Now this pose resembles a cat and is meant for beginners. It helps to stretch the muscles of the morning and back, and this asana should be done in the morning. The steps to be followed are: start on your hands and knees so that your back is raised in a tabletop position. Make sure that your knees are positioned directly below your hips. Your wrists, elbows, and shoulders should be in line and perpendicular to the floor. Center your head in a neutral position with your eyes looking at the floor. As you exhale, smoothly arc your spine upwards towards the ceiling, making sure to keep your shoulders and knees in position. Release your head towards the floor, but don't force your chin to your chest. Inhale and come back to the neutral tabletop position on your hands and knees. To start with, you can repeat the process 6 times. Meanings. Perpendicular at an angle of 90 degrees to the ground. Vertical. Inhale means breathe in. Splayed, spread apart. So, in this pose, first what do? You take a tabletop position and your hands and knees. How should be your hands and knees? So, your knees should be below your hips and your wrist, elbows and shoulders should all be in line and should be vertical to the floor. Your head should be in a neutral position, means you should not turn your head either right or left. Okay, it should be in a neutral position and you should look down at the floor. As you exhale or as you breathe out, you should arc your spine upwards towards the ceiling. You see how cats, how they arc their spine. And when you're doing this, you should make sure that the shoulders and knees, they don't change position. Release your head towards the floor, but don't force your chin to your chest. So you can bend your head down, but your chin should not touch your chest. Then, after you finish everything, you should inhale or you should breathe in and then again come back to the tabletop position. Garuda Asana or the eagle pose enhances your body's ability to balance itself. It also strengthens the leg muscles and improves the flexibility of the joints by loosening the joint muscles. Steps. Stand straight on both feet, raise the right leg and wrap it around the left leg. The right thigh should be over the left thigh and the right feet should touch the calf muscles from behind. Similarly, wrap the right hand around the left hand. Now place the palms together to resemble the beak of an eagle. Try to maintain the balance and slowly bend the left leg and lower the body until right toes touch the ground. Try to remain in this pose for as long as you can Maintain the balance. After this asana, relax for some time before you repeat the process. So this pose resembles an eagle and it makes your leg muscles strong, improves flexibility and loosens joint muscles. Now children, this asana is a little difficult to do and should not be tried by beginners. If you see, there are a number of complicated steps, like you need to stand straight, raise the right leg and wrap it around the left leg. If you see in the picture, if you see the leg, how it is wrapped around the left leg. The right leg is raised, it is not on the floor. The right thigh should be over the left thigh, and the right feet should touch the calf muscles from behind. So your feet should touch the calf muscles, which means it should go around your leg. Then next comes your hands. You have to wrap the right hand around the left hand. And then you have to place the palms together. And when you place the palms together, it will resemble the beak of an eagle. And in this position, you should try to hold your balance and you should lower the body by bending the left leg. And you have to bend the body till your right leg toes touch the ground. Ustra Asana or camel pose. Strengthens the back, opens the shoulders, chest and quadriceps. It also boosts mood and energy. This yoga posture adds flexibility and strength to the body and also helps in improving digestion. So children, this pose resembles a camel. And what are the steps? Kneel on the yoga mat and place your hands on the hips. Your knees should be in line with the shoulders and the sole of your feet should be facing the ceiling. If you see in the picture, they have shown the soles, how it is facing on top. As you inhale, draw in your tailbone towards the pubis as if being pulled from the navel. Simultaneously, arch your back and slide your palms over your feet till the arms are straight. So you have to bend your back backwards and your palms should go and touch your feet and your arms should be straight. Do not strain or flex your neck but keep it in a neutral position. Stay in this posture for a couple of breaths. Breathe out and slowly come back to the initial pose. Withdraw your hands and bring them back to your hips as you straighten up. So your initial pose would be of kneeling on the mat and placing your hands on your hips. This would be your initial pose. Note, you may also place a cushion below your knees to ease your way into the pose. Meanings: simultaneously, at the same time, strain, force a part of one's body or oneself to make an unusually great effort. Quadriceps, the large muscle at the front of the thigh. So children, in this lesson, we have learned different yoga poses, especially those poses that resemble animals. With this, we complete explanation for this lesson. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and take care.